Is there any National Hockey League team with more pressure on them to make the postseason than the Ottawa Senators? That is one of our topics of conversation here on Power Plays, powered by FanDuel. Ottawa hosting the lowly Anaheim Ducks tonight, Coco. They got to get things rolling and fast.
Yeah, AK, they absolutely do, because when you acquire a player like Linus Ullmark, who won a Vezina Trophy, immediately the mindset of your team changes, and it's about winning. And for the Ottawa Senators, they're a team every year we look at it and say, okay, this is their year, this is their year. But again, they're playing at a .481 win percentage through 27 games. If there was any year that they were going to take a leap, it's this year, because guess what? The Boston Bruins are playing at a .550 win percentage. The Tampa Bay Lightning are playing at a .577 win percentage. And the New York Rangers, a team that's probably under the same amount of pressure as Ottawa, is playing at a .537 win percentage. Ottawa has not won more than 2 games in a row so far this season through 27 games. So definitely the pressure is hot there. And now, when people are starting to poke and pry the name Brady Tkachuk out there about him potentially moving, winning changes everything. And all losing does is make you ask questions. So definitely the pressure is on for Ottawa.
Soft tampering with Brady Tkachuk could become trading for Brady Tkachuk, and a demand if the same struggles continue that have plagued the Senators for many, many years now. On the subject of struggles, 2 New York teams, Buffalo, your former team, and the New York Rangers, inexplicable struggles, Coco. Would you rather bet Buffalo to make the postseason or the Rangers to miss the postseason?
Well, I don't think Buffalo has any chance of making the playoffs, so I think that's a bad bet, considering the struggles they're going through right now, where they've lost 7 in a row, and playing the Rangers tonight could be 8 in a row. But I still think the Rangers could miss the playoffs, but there's a better chance that they make the playoffs because of the talent that they have and the goaltending they have. So I'm going to go with the Rangers to miss, because if you've watched anything that's gone on in New York right now, they are through extreme turmoil. They just traded their captain out of town. They broke up the leadership group. They tried to send a message with the players. They haven't responded. You wonder if the next message is going to be with the coach, and you wonder which direction that's going to go for the Rangers. I still think they're good enough to make the playoffs, but I would not be surprised if they missed it.
The New York Rangers could really use a goal-scoring infusion. Say Patrick Laine, perhaps? Well, he's on Montreal, and that man is red hot. And I know you've been betting his anytime goal markets on FanDuel. At what point would you stop betting them? Is there a point where it needs to be minus money for you to consider stopping backing Patrick Laine?
Well, I think it's an auto bet. Every time he's at plus money right now, it's an absolute auto bet, because what he's done to Montreal, he's noted himself. He's having fun playing hockey again. And when a guy's having fun playing hockey again, the net looks like a soccer net. And that's what it looks like for Patrick Laine right now. And it's not only reinvigorated him, it's reinvigorated his team and re-energized this fan base, because he's blowing the roof off of the Bell Center every time he scores a goal. So as long as Patrick Laine is plus money, you hit him hard.
Man, it's been so much fun watching Laine. He's gone through so much over the years, injuries and otherwise. To see him playing at the level he's playing at again, it's heartwarming, frankly. It's one of the great stories of the NHL season to this point, as have been the Carolina Hurricanes. They're playing great. The Edmonton Oilers are also now playing great. They are the Co-Cup favorites at plus 800 on FanDuel. Between the two, who's the better bet?
I got to go with the Edmonton Oilers on this one, because even though they got off to another slow start, you look at the standings this morning, they're only 5 points out of the division lead. So this team knows they can overcome slow starts. They've done it again. They put themselves right back into the playoff conversation. And important players are starting to play well for them again. Stuart Skinner in net, Evan Bouchard on the back end, Zach Hyman up front starting to score again. What do all three have in common? Didn't get named to the Four Nations Canada team. Plus, when you've got McDavid and Draisaitl, who have been there and done that and have been consistent, elite playoff performers, I have more faith in them than a Carolina team that still has question marks in net. I know their power play is a lot better this year, but you wonder if that scoring touch can continue come playoff time.
Guys like Natchez and Aho, unproven in the postseason relative to guys like McDavid and Draisaitl, who are 3 and 4 all-time in points per game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. All right, let's get to a juicy one. Mitch Marner, Mikko Rantanen, pending UFAs this offseason, who has a higher cap hit on their next deals between the two?
I'm going with Mikko Rantanen on this one because he's won a Stanley Cup, and you would think goals get paid more, and he's got way more goals, including a 50-goal season 2 years ago. And you wonder what type of season they could have this year, challenging for the Stanley Cup. These guys both are going to get great contracts, but I think at the end of the day, Mikko Rantanen ends up with a higher cap hit.
Bad news for Mitch Marner. Kyle Dubas now runs the Penguins instead of the Toronto Maple Leafs. This has been Power Plays, powered by FanDuel.